Hello, welcome to Sebring, Florida. This place is a hidden gem. And I've noticed something really interesting about Sebring. Oh good, I'm so glad the ice cream man is leaving. His truck is noise pollution. Sounds horrible, stupid song plays on and on. Oh my gosh, and then there's that air compressor noise constantly rumbling in the background. Anyway, just glad the ice cream man is gone. And don't eat that crap, it's not good for you. Hi Susan, hi Jamie, hi Laura. How's everyone doing today? Susan, how are you feeling? Our girl Susan has been under the weather. Everybody pray for her recovery, her quick recovery. Hi LaDonna, how you doing? Yeah. So we're in Sebring. This place is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm pretty close to the city part, but I gotta say, I noticed something crazy about Sebring. There are humongous mansions here. Like really big, like Palm Beach style mansions. I don't know what's up with that. I looked up like who's famous who lives in Sebring. The most I came up with was some golfer I never heard of, and Olivia Newton-John. Didn't she die? And I mean, I hope she didn't, but I think she did. And then it said Kid Rock, but I was like, I don't think Kid Rock lives in Sebring. I'm pretty sure he lives in Jupiter. So I looked that up, and he does indeed live in Jupiter. But yeah, Donna, that's it. This is a racetrack town. So I guess people who can afford to race cars, they live in big houses. She did die. Thank you, LaDonna. Thank you. Thank you. All right, well, let's turn around. Let's look for gators. This water is absolutely beautiful, crystal clear. But we know there's got to be gators in there. I don't know. There are people swimming in it. So there's that. Let's check it out. Keep your eyes open for the gators. There would not be any dolphins or sharks or anything in here. This is fresh water. So there could absolutely be gators. There are gators in this water. It has to be. Remember the last time I took you on one of these lakes in this area? We saw a gator immediately. So you know they're in there. I hope it's not too windy. Give me a sound check. Yes, where there's water, there's gators. That's what my husband used to always say to me. All right. Hey, look how clear this water is. It's amazing. Look at that. You can see right down there, it looks like it is super shallow too. So beautiful. Let's just enjoy this walk. It's about 95 degrees outside. Sorry. I don't know if you can see the little fish that are swimming around, little tiny fishies. Have not spotted any gators yet. These people aren't afraid. See, they're in it. quite a few people in these freshwater lakes. And I don't see any signs about there being gators, but that doesn't mean anything because I said that about a week or 2 weeks ago or something. Oh my gosh, look at that precious baby running into the water. Look at that precious baby. That's adorable. So adorable. See, I live to see things like that. Yeah, I got some wind. Is it bad? Can you hear me? That baby, so cute. Yeah, see, I don't know if I would let my baby swim around like that in the fresh water. I'm not putting her down, I'm just saying. I'm just saying there's gotta be gators in there, and they look at babies like they're snacks. Babies and little dogs. Dangerous world for babies and little dogs in Florida with the lakes. Oh, look at that baby, so cute. There it goes. Boom. Oh, who's lucky enough to be a grandparent? Raise your hand. You're so blessed. I'm waiting. I'm waiting real patiently. So I did hear some thunder earlier. Which, yeah. Ooh, definitely storm brewing over there. I am coming north, Jamie, but probably not until the last week or so in June. I just have so much stuff going on here in Florida. It's like I can't tear myself away. Can't tear myself away from the lightning capital of the world. Yeah, I was just watching a show about the dangers of Florida. Oh my gosh. Everybody should watch it because this state is, this is fun. Look at all these kids. That looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? That dude's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Look at those kids running through the water like that. Splashy, splashy. Come and get us. It scares me. Hi, Charlie. Hey, Sniper. Welcome to today's Sebring, Florida edition of the Beach Report. I am in a small town in the middle of the state, and the beaches here were the original beaches back when Florida wasn't much more than a few islands. That is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. You know me, I'm apt to break into song at any moment. Wow, it's really gorgeous out here. I'm a little bit wary about approaching this area of teenagers. Teenagers these days seem kind of dangerous, especially when they're half naked. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Am I crazy? A lot of wind, huh? Alright, well, you guys, I had bought a microphone and it was so small and I can't find it. I know it's got to be somewhere because I'm pretty sure it didn't just fall off or anything, but I can't find it. Very disappointing for me. Look, people all the way out there. Look at that. Would you look at that? They are brave. Laura's parents wouldn't let her get on a plane until she was 16. Huh. I got on a plane the first time I was 2 weeks old. For real. True story, bro. It was the first time I was a birthday present for for anybody. Well, I was only 2 weeks old. I was a birthday present for my great-grandmother. Super exciting, but I don't remember it. And then earlier this month, I was a birthday present for Susan Aiken Allen. Is that not the craziest thing ever? Her daughter ordered me for her birthday. And then we find out that we're meant to be best friends. Like, for real. Hallo, Deutschland. Wie geht's? There she is. Is that the craziest thing ever? Yeah, Susan, I'll never forget it either. As special as it was for you, I mean, I wasn't surprised, but what I was surprised about was the immediate connection, not just with you, but also your husband. You and your husband together. You guys are living the dream, for real. I gotta tell you what, I never met, well, I won't say never, but this couple, rock solid. So amazing. Such good people. Hey Linda, it is an absolutely beautiful day. I know, right Susan? I miss you guys so much. We will definitely be together when you come back when you come to Florida. Someday we'll be together. I know it, I know it. You're far away from me, my love. Save me, just as your mama, baby. There's stars above. Wanna say it. Someday we'll be together. I know, I feel like we have been friends for years. That's another thing about Susan. She has been following me for the better part of a decade. So I'm gonna say there's a reason why at least Susan would feel like she's known me for a long time. But I feel the same because she's been on the chats and I know who follows me. Maybe one day I will show up in Florida and we can meet up. Linda, we've got to do a meetup actually. We have to make it happen. And I think that with Susan and her husband DJ, and they really want it to happen, and they're going to bring their daughter Faith, and right there we've got a party going on. But if we could get more people, we tried to do it in Houston, and it did work, and we got Barbie to come out, and that was super fun. But you know, so we had Barbie and Susan and DJ, still a group, which was great. But I would like to see more people come to Florida to do a meetup because, gosh, this is the sunshine capital of the world. We have some of the best beaches in the world, and we could literally pick any spot that you guys like the most, and we could get one of those, houses like the Airbnb things. I don't know. We need to figure out a situation. I've got a couple hotels I could even think about that they could host us. Maybe give us a block of rooms, but it's got to be a lot of people. I noticed one hotel I was in most recently, which looked like a really great place. I'm trying to remember where it was. I think it was in Destin. And they were like, if you host your event here and you have a block of, I think, at least 10 or 11 rooms, then everybody gets a discount. And the person who books it gets a room for free. So, would be very cool. I would love to see you guys. I'd love to meet my fans, my fan friends. All right, I got to show you. We're very close to that little town in Arcadia, if you recall. I did a show. I did a few shows there in the past few months, and that's the town of Murals. But I have to tell you what. All of Florida is full of murals, like really, really beautiful murals. And Laura's in. Laura's always in. She's great. She came to my last meet and greet, which was super fun. Okay, so hi Hoda. So here's a really cute mural for the town of Sebring, which I put in my thumbnail. So these are the oranges. And I guess it started in 1912. From Sebring, and there you've got the racetrack and a lake. What do you call that? A lake bridge going through the water, going through the mangroves. The city on the circle. Lots of stuff to do here in Sebring. It is a super cute place. We're gonna take a walk up here and check out that circle situation. And boy, oh boy, you guys, it is super stinking hot. It's hot, but you know what? I live in Florida, so I can take the heat. You be lucky that I do this. I was thinking of doing the show from my car, and then I'm like, Jill, you're such a wimp. The heat is one thing, but if those love bugs were out in any kind of force, no, I would not be doing my show outside. There are love bugs here. They have come to town. My car got totally messed up by them. I got to get one of those bonnet things. Shelly calls it a bra. I gotta get a bra for my car. Ooh, look at this storm clouds over here. Yikes. They're beautiful, right? Yes, Florida does have great oranges. Oh, hey, Darla, I didn't see you were on. Hi, Annie, I didn't see you either. Annie was chatting with her special needs friend on the phone and video chatting because she normally day programming. All right, well, now you're with us, right, Annie? You're done chatting, right? So, if this town was established in 1912, and that is like not very old really when you think about it. Some of these older homes, they could go back to then. Then again, you never know what a hurricane can do, but this place is super cuteness. Yeah, they do look like normal clouds. Look how adorable. This is their Museum of the Arts. So all of these little towns here in central Florida are like really smack dab in the center of Florida. Just a little, like an hour and a half maybe north of Lake Okeechobee. This area is full of little round lakes, which reminds me of the fact that Florida's basically built on a sponge, if you will. You know, it's we sit right next to the third largest coral reef in the world, which has been bleaching and dying off, and they try to restore it, but it's been a problem. But when you see all those little round lakes, you might think that, you know, that they're porous. That's what comes to mind. A porous sponge. And it worries me. It makes me think about sinkholes, which happen in Florida, which actually happen all over the United States. But it especially happens in Florida. Looks like we got a homeless person here. We've got the library over here. I tried to stay away from people who are yelling at themselves. But look how gorgeous it is here. Oh yeah, and we're below sea level. Well, that's great. That doesn't seem good. I mean, I feel like I'm not under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea now. Da ba da 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 da. Yeah, that homeless lady's probably like, I tend to stay away from people who are singing to themselves. Don't judge. No judgments. Hey, Linda. Yeah, well, Darla, you think you learn a lot from me. I learn a lot from you guys, too. I don't know everything. And I really don't know very much at all about Sebring. So if anybody watching this show does know about Sebring, throw us some interesting facts. The place is adorable. There's a theater. Oh, okay. Now, here's the other crazy thing about all of the little towns in this area is that there's a lake here, there's a lake there, there's another lake, and the lakes are everywhere. All right, we're gonna walk down center, which I think takes us to the famous cycle. Hey, Sandy. 0 to 320 feet is 320 feet, the highest. I understand that the whole state of Florida is got the lowest points. Oh, geez, more scary looking teenagers coming down the pike. So let's check out that sign. Smile! Hi, guys. All right, they have beautiful smiles. So these situations remind me of when I was an avid runner, and I would run through the neighborhoods, Switzerland, Pittsburgh, wherever I was at the time. They were super cute, right? And a big scary dog would come running up to me. Well, I never looked scared at the big scary dog, even though I was terrified. But my first instinct was always to kind of get down, not right on their level, because I don't want to lose an eye just in case. But anyway, to get kind of crouched down a little bit, make myself a little smaller, and say, hey buddy, what you doing? That's how I handle it. And that's how I handled it right there. Hey everybody, smile. Works like a charm. That's how you soothe any savage beast. I've never in my life been bit by a dog. I've never, well, okay, I've been mouthed by a dog, but no, I've never been bit by a dog. Not a dog in anger. I have literally, I can't think of ever meeting a dog that I didn't get along with. Something about dogs. I've been bit by cats. Ooh, cats are nasty. All right, so we are here in the famous Sebring circle. I say it like a New Yorker. It's so cute here. Look at this. I'm dying. Super hot. All right. I think I turned my camera around. I'm like, no. These little towns in Florida, they are all like throwbacks. Very rare for them to be like totally new looking. They always look like so quaint, so village-like. All right, did I freeze for somebody? But not for everybody, so it's not me. Look how cute. Oh, look, we have a garden to walk through. It's just beautiful. It's looking pretty dark and nasty over there. This is just gorgeous. Wow. Wow, how beautiful. All right. All right, let's talk about something. Have you heard the latest? A wife well lived. Molly Rose Dalton. She was only, well, she was born in 1992, which is the year I was married. And she died in 2020, so she wasn't very old. That's sad. Anyway, rest in peace, Molly Rose Dalton. That's what this garden was planted to celebrate her life. And yeah, I love that because I think that you never really die when you are remembered. And I've always thought that since I was a kid. Bugs everywhere. That's why when I was younger, I would go to cemeteries and I would say the names of all of the headstones as I passed by. Like, I'd say hi to them. I'd be like, hey Gertrude, hey Jack, hey Hampton, hey, you know, and just to say their names so that they never really die. I don't know if that's a real thing, but it's something I've always done. Jamie says, let's see, July 13th, I probably will be in Pittsburgh. Trump will be, oh my gosh, Jamie, thank you for the reminder. Okay, well, I'm gonna make it my business to be in Pittsburgh on July 13th. I grew up in Pittsburgh. And I always have several homes in Pittsburgh that I could stay in. So thank you for that reminder, Jamie. Girlfriend, let's meet in Butler if we don't meet before then on my way up or whatever. But let's definitely meet there. Yeah. Butler. You know, when I was a writer for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, a stringer, if you will, I specialized in northern area news, and Butler was one of my beats. So I covered several school districts in Butler. I covered Butler Municipal News sometimes. I had the editor of the Butler Eagle, which is the newspaper for Butler, wants me to start writing articles for them. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but I haven't followed it up, and maybe I should. Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, that is going to be a huge weekend. Gonna walk through the cemetery after the bus dropped me off for a swim team practice twice a week. I don't know, it's something about the cemetery. It always gave me, it was kind of like a life goes on moment, which is weird because everyone in the cemetery is not alive. But and then my husband Ray, he did not like cemeteries, and he didn't like to go there, and he thought it was dangerous to walk through the cemetery. So I don't know. I think it's to each his own. Man, it's getting really dark. Ooh, I just saw a little bit of lightning. That's scary. All right, let's walk around a little more and let's talk about, ooh, I'm kind of afraid to talk out now. Oh, who cares? So I am seeing this new trend in which they are now blaming Jill Biden and acting like everybody around them was denied the truth. So they didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know that there was a potato. Sorry. Now I'm gonna get in trouble for my weird impression of stupid people trying to make the rest of us believe that they are this stupid. Guess what? We're not this stupid. You didn't not know. You know what? I knew. If I knew, how did you not know? Think about, who's that? Joser? Yeah, they're not late to the party. They're like, they don't want to be seen as having staged a horrible cover-up, a coup against the American people, if you will, a takeover of the American government, and a fake election, which, you know what? If you say that that's not true, I'm going to want to, oh, I can't say what I would do because I'm going to get in trouble. I'm just saying, I never ever was like, yeah, that was the most free and fair election ever, though. Sure. There goes my monetization. It's beautiful though. So I'm in the cycle. Yeah. Yeah, don't pretend to be a doctor like Jill. Look how beautiful this is. There's like this old-timey music going on. It's just gorgeous. Just adorable. This is so rustic Americana. And yet everything looks new. Like everything looks updated. Everything looks clean and fresh and freshly painted and good shape. Oh, and there go to Popo. Into the brewery. Look at that. And I'm pretty sure that street there ends at yet another lake. Vintage Park, yep. It's very vintage. I love the gazebos. I've always been a fan of gazebos. There are some sketchy people around, but in general, I mean, a few weeks ago, or actually a month ago, this place was full of the spring breakers. Sebring, oh, how cute is that? Hello. That's adorable. That's a lot of fun. And who are they? It does look like I'm on a movie set. You're not wrong, Donna. You're not wrong. It is. It's got that very movie set-y feel. Look, we love Sebring. It is super cuteness. That's for sure. Here's another sweet mural. This one almost looks like a postcard. Highlands Hammock State Park. I always find you, Florida, in those little wooded things, in the morning dew, in the rhythmic whispers of the cypress trees, in cheerful summer colors and afternoon rains, in all the little wooded things. By Jelly Alvarez. Oh, look at the little gator face. How cute is that? I love it. Yeah, look at the clouds. Well, yeah, they look pretty menacing there, huh? Or do you see something in the clouds, Gracie? Get fish slapped. What a name. That's a marketing place. Get fish slapped. That's funny. Yeah, that alpaca is cute. Oh, Roanoke Hotel. Oh my gosh, I gotta find my way back to my car. I don't even remember how I got here because it's a cycle. No, I remember. Don't worry. I'm just scaring you. Oh, it's okay, Gracie. You know, there's two things about me. Number one, I almost always wear a hat in Florida, especially during the summer because it's the rainy season. And number two, in the event that I should get rained on, I will survive. I am not a wicked witch, and it will not melt. So it's awesome. Oh, look how cute is this place. I don't know. Let me know if you want to go in. But Trends, that looks like a fun place. Yeah, super quaint. Laura called RFK's office today to complain about the chemtrails that the sun simulated that burned my skin this morning like it cooked me. So what'd they say? What happened? What happened? Look how cute these homes are. Adorable. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to the area before those clouds. Now they look pretty dark. But you know, that's the other thing about Florida is that it could rain over there and it could be perfectly dry over here. You just don't know. It's what Florida does. Florida for sure is a crazy place to live, but I love it. Best past 10 years of my life spent living in Florida. Even when I was living on a ramshackle farmhouse with my husband dying of prostate cancer, I still loved it. Well, I didn't always love that, but you know, I made the most of it. I learned so much, so much. And little Muffin, oh, she enjoyed herself immensely everywhere we went. What a happy life she had. Yeah, I see some Texas elements in this town too. The stucco buildings. Truly a beautiful little area. So anyway, back to the gaslighting of the American public, where we're supposed to believe that everyone who was around Biden, way more than I was, that's for sure, everyone who is officially in the press room, KJP herself, She wasn't in on it, really? She had so much faith in her president. She called us cheap fakes when we pointed out the truth to her. No, she said, that's just a cheap fake. That's not real. Biden doesn't fall. Biden doesn't mush his words together. Jeez. Cheap fakes. Good Lord. You know what? She's a cheap fake. And the peacocks. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty angry. I'm pretty angry how Jake Tapper's running around like he's telling us something we don't know. And oh my gosh, he just now realized it's true. And he decided to write a book and he's gonna make a lot of money. Really? That makes me want to puke. And I'm thinking that it's time for me to write a kind of a book like Jake Tapper did, only from somebody who wasn't a Washington insider and was practicing journalism right on the fringes of society. And then being told that everything that I thought and said and witnessed was a lie, and that I was some kind of subversive so-called journalist. Oh, how they tried to shame me when I insinuated that maybe the Schmid wasn't really what it looked like it was. I'm not crazy about this artwork. Very machiney and AI. What's it called? The Highlands Museum of Art's The Red Hunter. Oh, I hate it even more. Okay, that's not called The Red Hunter. They used to show Dr. Jill sitting in the chair in the Oval Office. I know, and not just that, but it seems like Hunter was also kind of running things. Like, for real, like you can't make this crap up. We had a drug-addicted, crackhead dude who did things with women and children and his own sister-in-law that are unspeakable, totally unspeakable what this man did. And we were all told it doesn't matter. It's not like he's president. I think he was president. I'm serious. I think he really was president. I think he auto-penned his own pardon. I think that's very possible. That auto-pen thing too, remember when it first came out that Biden had pardoned thousands and thousands of people, and some of them were vicious killers. Some of them were the most heinous criminals ever. Why would he pardon them? You know, it doesn't make any sense. I think what happened, not to get bugs in my eyes, I think what happened was that the Biden grift, the crime family was coming to an end and they needed fast cash to get them through the next whatever many years they can hold out until whatever. I think it was a call for cash, and I think that they sold a great deal of pardons using the auto pen. And I think they're going to be caught. They better be caught. You know, President Trump is right. President Biden would not have pardoned those kinds of people. He would not have wanted the borders to be wide open. He might have hated Trump, and I don't think that he really hated our country. I think he was just so misled. I mean, I can see that the way Trump is phrasing it, it kind of lets him off, but we also know that he was the patriarch of a family that turned out only degenerates, and I don't know what Bo was like, but Maybe he was the only good one. But Hunter and Ashley and the women they marry, everybody, like, yeah, like central casting. Yeah, like really a family of degenerates. And then you see the Trump family and they're just beautiful. The only one with marital issues is Dawn, and you know, and even you see Vanessa, she was right there with everybody. Did you know she's dating Tiger Woods? That's pretty wild, isn't it? Vanessa Trump and Tiger Woods. But okay, maybe that understands also why Kai is so very good at playing golf. Oh my gosh, look at these clouds now. You know, this is the movie of all movies. I hate this movie. I'm sick of this movie. I'm definitely riveted by the movie. But the movie pisses me off. And look at that. Look at that demarcation line. Ooh, and the lightning. I might not want to stand right next to this lightning post. Yeah. Crazy. Look at that storm. I think the B-Man did know what was going on, but I think he also, like, he had lucid moments and he had bad moments. Look at all the people in that water during a lightning storm. Yeah, people in Florida, man, we live dangerously. Nothing stops us, seriously. Nothing stops us. We're like, see that water? I'm hot and I'm getting in. I'm just getting in because I don't care. Because I'm hot. That's what I'm doing. Look at all the people in this water. And it's super shallow and crystal clear. Yeah, those clouds do look scary. They don't look friendly. Especially that right there. And look how the sun's shining through that area. I really want to go to the edge here. I don't care. I'm not going to let the teenagers scare me. I'm silly to be scared of them. And like I said, they're naked. What are they going to do? Naked teenagers, you know? Half naked teenagers. It is just gorgeous. God, because look at all these kids in the water. And there goes my monetization. Okay, this is Teenager Central. Look, everyone's having a blast. Yeah, I'm not comfortable. This water's getting pretty choppy too. It does look like fun in there though. That water is beautiful. And I'm sure it's not cold. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed our little mini tour of Sebring, Florida. A beautiful little town. And let me see if we can see some of those mansions from here. Hi, guys. Yeah, wait, I think I can show you the mansions. Look at this. There's one right there. Look at that mansion. Look how big it is. Look at that white one. Humongous. Ooh, look at all the birds. What do they know that we don't know? And what's that place with the white? Seriously, some really big mansions here. What's that over there? I need to be in a boat. Yeah, I can't see things too well all the way out there, but anyway. Oh, Darla, you have no idea how badly I want to do that. You guys have seen me go overboard on my house tours before, so don't tempt me. There's only so much we can take. Don't worry, I'll get to go in some of the really nice houses. I am going to be working with some real estate agents. I will look at houses that normal people can afford and houses that are mansions. So that's been a popular demand. Laura's already like, there are only 2 people live there. You know what? Probably they're renting it out as Airbnb. You know what? The Rush Limbaugh house tour was unparalleled. It was the best ever. Ooh, ooh, do you hear that? Oh, that's some thunder. Did you guys hear that thunder? And look at this sand. This is true beach sand. This is the sand you would find at the beach. It's a little bit full of leaves and such, but it is totally beach sand because, like I said, this area was the beach back in the prehistoric days, the ancestors of Florida, when it was just a string of islands. And that's what we're on, one of those islands. And this sand is beautiful, sugar sand. It's really beautiful. Hi, Shelly. Any news? I'm about to wrap up this edition of the Beach Report. And we're on a lake beach today. Absolutely gorgeous. Thankfully, no alligators. Look, all the kids got out of the water over here and now they're all over there. Not the best place to be when that's over there. Yeah, that's a pretty serious storm right over there. I can hear it bubbling and huffing and puffing and lighting up the sky. Is that what storms do? All right, you guys. I enjoy learning a little bit about Sebring, and I'm not too hot. I mean, I was sweating bullets earlier. I was cutting my friend's lawn with the lawnmower. About wiped me out, but I'm okay now. Yeah, it's a summer storm in Florida. It's just normal. These happen every day. Every day in the afternoon, you can expect to get rained on here in South Florida or in Florida, in summer Florida. All right, I'm gonna say ciao for now. I hope that you enjoyed this little tour. And let me know in the comments what you think about the latest Democrat ploy to get off the hook and try to make the American people think that there was no big ruse. It wasn't a coup. It was just that bad old Jill and her staff. What was he called? Staff sergeant or whatever. Sergeant at arms. I don't know. Why does she have one of those anyway? I don't know. But sounds like he was a pretty scary dude and took over our country, really? Okay, let's throw him in jail. Right away. Now, like yesterday. Cash, Cash, Dan, Pam, where are you guys? Yeah, I want to see arrests. I want to see arrests right away. I can't take it much more. If you can't take it much more, put that in the comments too. Where are the arrests? Where are the perp walks? I am one PO'd American. All right, you guys. I'm trying to be cool, but you know, every time I think about it, I get angry. I get angrier, angrier, and angrier every day. Yes, that's right, Laura. Ciao for now. And arrivederci. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, where are they, Jamie? Where are they? For real.